roads, water, and telecom. Better infrastructure for a better future.
And with that sound, you know what it means? It's time to say good afternoon again. It's Sunday, February 9. Welcome to the CCRP update. And it's for this week.
One in 2025. Wow. The CCRP was created to empower, celebrate, and protect.
In 2020, to empower, celebrate, and protect Jamaica seniors. They offer many benefits. Visit our website at ccrponline.org. CCRP update is brought to you by J&GI Silver Shield, the best choice for auto and property insurance exclusively for CCRP members. Contact Gallagher Insurance Brokers or J&GI for best value and a boatload of benefits. In today's CCRP update, we welcome Special Projects Coordinator at the Broadcasting Commission of Jamaica.
She's got really some amazing things. She gets real about
Janine.
How's that? So you'll know what's true and what's not.
Got
That's something you'll want to miss.
Really some that. That's something you want to miss, so stay with us. It affects every single one of us in one way, shape, or form. But first, a little family business. Our CCRP update sponsors J&GI offer their amazing Silver Shield plan for auto and property insurance exclusively for CCRP members. The auto plan includes free benefits from the Jamaica Automobile Association with Valley Service,
24-hour roadside assistance, and discounted driver services. If you're 40 years old or over,
24-hour roadside assistance and discounted drivers. When you join CCRP, you own a whole world of
and money-saving discounts.
exciting events and money-saving discounts for only an initial registration fee of $2,500 and an annual lieu of 2,000 Jamaican dollars too. You'll have access to discounts of up to 30% from our over 100 discount partners.
Plans underwritten by Sagicor for our members. Next on this program will just be 2 days after Valentine's Day, and we'll be speaking about love and its importance to our well-being,
health insurance
as we get more mature. And guess who it will be?
Underwritten
one of our favorite psychiatrist, Dr. Agri Irons. So you know it's going to be really special. You don't want to miss it. Now to the core of today's episode. Get ready to learn more about the Broadcasting Commission's public education campaign on deep fakes. It's with great pleasure and keen anticipation we now welcome today's guest speaker. Ta-da! You hear the drum roll, Miss Jan? Mrs. Janine Sale. Did I sell it? Did I sell it? But we know.
And
Special project.
You know, get ready to public education.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Hearty, you doing well?
Good afternoon, Jerry, and to your listeners. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to sharing what BCJ is doing about our campaign on deepfakes, especially for our seniors who may be particularly vulnerable. So thank you.
Yes, let's start at base one then.
Yes, let's start at base one then. When we talk about deep fakes, what are we talking about exactly?
Okay, well, in simple terms, I would say deep fakes are realistic looking or sounding fake videos, images, or audio recordings that are made with artificial intelligence, essentially copy a person's voice or their appearance so closely that it actually appears very real. So you could be watching a video or listening to a recording and actually believe that it was a real person talking, but in truth and in fact, it is completely fabricated. So deepfake technology, what essentially it is, it produces lifelike, realistic, and convincing results that we cannot always tell at first glance or even first listen as to whether, yes, Jerry, in the past, we watched movies and we saw photoshopped pictures, and it was easy at that point for us to tell whether something was staged or whether it was edited.
True.
Exactly. We could actually spot the difference.
Especially the editing, something don't look right with the neck or something.
Correct. That is absolutely correct. But technology is so advanced today that it is almost possible for us to tell. I mean, the mere fact, you and I talking right now on this program, we are actually producing enough audio that someone could take our voices, apply AI technology to learn our voice, and then generate a recording that sounds exactly like we do. And then they use our voices to deceive people, you know? And that is how false information is spread, which is very harmful. I mean, I can give you a number of examples, but I'll give you about three for elections.
Yes.
These deepfakes in their political arena. There were reports of robocalls sounding just like President Trump or President Biden, you know, giving voters instructions on what to do and what not to do. I mean, there's another situation that appeared in another country where someone pretended to be the chief financial officer of a company during a virtual meeting. And you know, we have lots of those meetings now ever since and actually used AI to replicate the CFO's face and his voice so accurately that the employee was fooled into transferring $25 million to the scam.
Whoa.
Exactly. It's happening everywhere and at every level of society. I mean, look at Jamaica. We have our own instances, you know, where they use persons' faces and voices of what these are, or give testimonials and say things that were actually entirely out of character. So it is increasingly difficult. That is what we are seeing, right? It's increasingly difficult to tell the difference between what is real and what is fake, whether it's your image or whether it is your voice. So that is why we need to stay alert. So pause. Don't act immediately. Pause.
Real. It's disturbing. It's really troubling, but it's not surprising because
Real. It's disturbing. It's really like, as we would say in Jamaica, them no more than we. We adapt very quickly, and we will excel for better or for worse.
Yes, and that is
Yes,
why we
we're
have to
pushing
be
it.
informed. Correct.
Yeah.
So being informed is important.
Based on where the commission
is, what outcomes do you anticipate? And you know, because I know you'll have a bar for or some bars
interventions?
for
What exactly
various. Do you think at least in this first flight, this first round, we can collectively expect?
Okay, well, I know you're saying first round, and I guess it's first round in terms of dealing with deep fakes in this manner.
In this way,
But yes, so let
In
me
this
just
way,
say
yes.
that the Commission has always, over the last number of years, been dealing with digital literacy.
Of course,
But
I've
to
been
be-
beneficiary
Of course,
many of them, and I think
I've been
we all have.
beneficiary of many of them, and I think we
Yeah.
all
My
have.
favorite is still Pinchy, but hey.
Yes,
There
but
is still pin.
But having said that, let me say that in the digital age, an informed citizen is your first and your best line of defense, right?
Definitely.
Yes. So if you're looking at the campaign in particular, I would say our overarching goal is to protect and empower the citizens of Jamaica.
Mm.
The campaign is geared towards raising awareness about deepfakes, cultivating a culture of responsible media use. And in so doing, what we're actually doing is encouraging persons to show a greater interest in these emerging technologies. You know, now let me say, a lot of us grew up in an era when if we heard someone's voice on the phone or we saw a video, we assumed it was genuine. You know, we lived in what I would say, a far more control position where currently we are actually very trusting individuals when it comes on to consuming content. But the technology is so advanced that it is very easy for us to be fooled. So our public education programs are now geared towards ensuring citizens have the knowledge and the tools so that they can keep themselves, and images are actually possible, surprisingly. But what they don't realize is how convincing it can be. So we use the campaign to highlight these scams in different ways. You know, we used a few different scenarios from persons from different walks of life, a university student, a businessman, an elderly person. Suffice to say, the message being, you know, if you get a call or you see someone or somebody claiming to be, you know, an unusual way or out of character, you will know to pause, verify the information, checking with others before you do anything, before you send money, before you divulge any personal information. You know, driving home that message, verify before you act. We
Yes.
think help persons prevent them from becoming victims of deep fakes. Now, and when it comes on to vigilance, one of the concerning in the online space, right? We are used to believing what we see and what we hear. Fake technology challenges that. So we want persons to be more skeptical, not telling you to be paranoid, and I'm not telling you to panic, but to be careful, right? So when your telephone rings and there's a voice, assume that you're necessarily talking to a human being. You know, don't assume that what you see is real, is that you can check your source. If you have access to the internet, which many of us do, just do a Google search. You know, type it in. Chances are you will see it pop up in a number of trustworthy places. Or go to your trustworthy sources like your radio, your TV, or your newspaper and see if it's trending anywhere. Just do all of these things, right?
Yes. Sounds like a good start.
Absolutely, absolutely. And in so doing, you're cultivating media. People will begin to explore what some of these new and emerging technologies are. So one of the things that we did was to have a QR code, because there's only so much that you can have in an ad, right? So the QR code, which runs throughout the entire campaign, directs people to valuable sources about deepfake technology, what it is, how it runs, software that is out there, some of the articles on deepfakes. It also directs you to Get Safe Online, which is a Jamaica website based on a collaboration that BCJ has with one of the largest internet safety websites coming out of the UK, which provides online safety information for everyone. And if you cannot scan that QR code, guess what? Just visit broadcastingcommission.org and it will automatically direct you to the same information.
Sounds good. This is a serious challenge. This is a passion because we're all safer when we do do what we need to do.
You know, I think the key is keeping yourself informed, and in so doing, you know what to look out for, because the technology is moving at a rapid pace. It's no longer every month or every 2 months that you see something new coming out. It is happening daily, weekly, you know, so you have to keep abreast of them. And you may have nieces, you may have nephews. Talk about it. The information is there for people to share with you.
That's a good
That's a
way to remember that we
good
need each other. We can share information across generations, across demographics, across
way
just
to
to keep those trusted circles close and exchange information.
that's
As
a
the first line of
remember
defense,
that we need each other. We can share information.
wow, a mouthful and lots to
us
think about. Thank you so much, Mrs. Sale. It's really been
in a
an
To
amazing
think
intervention. And we thank you so much
Thank you so much, intervention, and we thank you so
always.
good. The CCRP update for this week. Until next Sunday at 3 for all things CCRP, visit our website, ccrponline.org. And of course, there's our YouTube channel as well, CCRP Update. It's brought to you, as always, by J&J Silver Shield, the best choice for auto and property insurance, exclusively for CCRP members. Contact Gallagher Insurance Brokers or J&GI for best value and a boatload of benefits.